Hello lovelies, how are you all doing today? It's me and I'm here to do a little video with you again today. So I thought I would show you how I'm going to decorate the cover for the Country Retreat journal. And I really love this fabric. This is the fabric that I designed for especially for this and had made, so it's part of the fabric bundle for the Country Retreat. So yes, we're going to use a couple of goodies today, but I just wanted to say what sort of measurement did I give the spine. I did 3.5 inches, so that is 9 centimeters. All right, and then it's 6.5 by 9. All right, so that's what we've got there. And it's a hardcover journal, and if you want to see how I made this, I will link the video where I did it for a different journal, but it's exactly the same procedure, so you can have a look at how I did that. So yeah, that's all ready to go. And we're going to work on the decoration today. Just before I show you those goodies, I've just grabbed something that I can put underneath here, just so that when I'm working on the top, it's going to keep it firm. Books work as well, so you can get a selection of books that's going to support this to keep it straight. All right, so that I'll just put to the side quickly and then just show you ever so fast. Just got a couple of goodies. I've got 3 die cuts, a blue, a pink and a green. Going to use that for a little bit of decoration. I've got a couple of my petals here, so the small and the large, and a couple of the trims that came with the ultimate bundle. These little daisies are part of that. One of Rachel's fussy cut birdies. I think I've also got a birdie like this in my mini journal kit. This is one of my fussy cuts that I had, and I've got a little tab that I took from the kit. I'm thinking about putting an eyelet and a ribbon in here. We'll see how we go. Then I've got 3 bits of lace. The pink flowers, the natural or the cream sort of pointed lace, and then this beautiful soft baby blue crocheted cotton lace. So those 3, and then 2 pieces of fabric. All of this comes, except for the flowers, you can get any of this in my store. The only thing that I don't have there are die cuts. All right, so yeah, I've got 2 pieces of fabric. The blue, now the blue I've cut out, I've wrapped mine over a little bit there, and you don't have to do that. The size of this is 7.5 inches by 5. All right, in centimeters, that's 19 by 12.5. There or thereabouts, guys. All right, and then the pinky one, I love this one. This is 20 centimeters by 13.5, or 7 3/4 by 5 1/4. So not much difference. You can see it's really the length and about 1/4 inch there. I did end up folding one of the sides just to give it a bit of a bigger difference. So yeah, on the blue. All right, so the length of the blue ended up being a bit shorter after I folded it, so it's now about 6 1/4. all right, inches. So that's 16.5 as opposed to the 7.5 or the 19. Okay, so that's what we've got there. All right, so that's what I've gathered as far as bits and pieces are concerned. I do have a couple of Country Retreat bundles in my store if you're interested, and then I've just grabbed a tag. This was the last large one I had, so yes, it is similar to this. And then I cut this from the mini pages. This has got another piece. In fact, it's the other side here, you can see. All right, so that's a mini page from the journal pages. It's part of the journal pages kit. And I've cut this to be, I've put it onto some pink cardstock, but any pink paper, and then I've just decal edged it. This is just what is it, 11.2 centimeters by 12.7, and alternatively that's 5 inches by 4 and, or if I measure the picture, 4 1/4. So that's really what we're looking at there. Okay, so that's everything you need, and it won't take us long. Love this. I actually think that's from my mini journal, but I just liked it. Right, so here we go. Let's make a start. So the first thing I want to do is I wanted to grab this. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start assembling this on my board, and you really just need your fabric glue, and we're going to put it together over here. All right, so I've got a couple of bits. I did iron it with my little quilted bear iron, I think it's called. That the lovely Cheryl gave me. Cheryl, that is such a handy little iron, I must say. Right, so I'm wanting to sort of have a gap on either side here. That's about, what is that? It's just about a 3/4 of an inch, really. All right, I might change that. I have sort of folded it over there, and I think I'm just going to, it makes it, I think that's the right way. So just sort of even it out there and sort of get it right. I mean, it's not perfect. There we go. Something like that. Yeah. And before I glue anything, I'm going to sort of put the bits together. Right, so we've got 5 of these lace bits. Oh, look at that. I cut my finger with the scissors. Oh my goodness. Making ribbons. I've had a week, guys. I've had quite a week, I will say. All sorts has gone on. Not all good. Yeah, I'll tell you about it. Right, I want to just get this lace sort of lined up and underneath there like that. And then I want to get this one to go on the top like that. All right. So we're sort of layering it here. I want to get my little image now. This one's got a bit of a bend. I did stitch around it, you don't have to. I'm not sure if I'm going to put this on top of the lace yet or underneath. I might just tuck it under there. I'm just having a think. All right, so yeah. Now you can make this one the pocket or that one, whichever one you choose. We'll have a little C in a minute, but we need a pocket. All right, so I'm sort of just centralizing it like this. And then I'm thinking we're going to put that there at the top. We might tuck that around a little bit. And then I'm going to decorate it afterwards. All right, so let's make a start. Yeah. So we need to start from the bottom. So I'm going to just lift this. This is how I sort of do it. I sort of put it all together and then I put it onto my surface. Right, so let's have it. Oh, we were going to have a little think. Which one I want to make the pocket? So it can go in either one of these 3. It can go in there, it can go in there. I think I'm going to do that one. Or it can go in there. So I'm going to make the blue one the pocket. Let's hope I remember that with any luck. Okay, so back to the drawing board. We're going to take this one. I can take that off. We're going to move in our surface here. And hopefully you can see that. So just position it how we want it. I did iron this a bit skewed, didn't I? Turn it round. Right, so we'll have it like that. I don't think there's a right or a wrong way. It's sort of all over the place with this one, which is fine. Right, let's move that a little bit down because I'm mindful of the tag. So I think that's where I'm going to do it. Now the way I do it is I sort of do half at a time. So let's see how far. Now you can use your pencil, which is probably easier. Let's do that. So we want to just make a little pencil mark. I'm doing it just on the inside and also just there, so I know where the glue needs to go up to. Okay, so you can't really see it, but it just gives me an indication, and then I'm going to get this glue all over here. Right, The weather's warmed up. We've had all sorts of weather this week as well. We've had hot summer days and cold winter that I actually needed to get out my winter hoodies and stuff. It was that cold yesterday. Loads of rain, and now we're back to the warmer weather. So yeah, all the seasons here. We don't know where we are at the minute. Right, so we get that all going like that. Normally I would say be mindful how much glue you put on here. So just match up your lines. But I'm not too worried at the moment because there are going to be lots of layers going on. Right, so there's the first one. Okay, let's turn it around and see how far we got to. We got to there. So we can now possibly do the same thing. Let's just make a little, just on the inside. Okay. Yeah, I love my Hello Kitty pencil. It does help me so much. Right, so there we go. This is this one here. So I'm just going to draw in the lines so we can see where the areas are that we need to fill in. Yes, I've had a bit of a strange week, really. Couldn't get myself focused this week. I was all over the place. I had a lot to do, and I'm very good at planning it all, but really struggled to focus on what to do for my cover, which isn't normally the case. So I just couldn't maintain my focus this week, which is strange for me. So yeah, I eventually got myself sorted. You'd be glad to know. Right, so that was the first thing. Been working on the new kit, which is coming along, so that's great. Hope to have that. I think it's going to be Tuesday because I had a whole waste of a day. Well, since yesterday afternoon, really. Right, I'll tell you why in a minute. Let's just put on the next bit. Right, so before that we had our little bit of lace. Now just get it the right way around when you're doing these things. Okay, so that's upright. And we want to just get that stuck on over there, and I'm going to put it so it's just tipping the edge there. Right, so again, let's just pick up half of it. Okay, so now we are ready to put on the next bit. So remember, we're going to make this one a pocket. So I'm going to just put my fingers there. Let's start quickly just by getting that flap, if you've got a flap, that is. You don't have to have one. But I did try it without, and I quite like the neater look. So I just want to stick that down. And I suppose this one, because it's going to just reinforce my pocket edge and not make it stretch too much. So that's the reason for that. So there we go. You could stitch this, of course, as well, if you prefer. Now, I'm going to just take the glue and, like it was paper, and I'm going to just make a decent glue bit here, and I've got the tag there, so I know I've got plenty space. I'm not worried about making it too narrow because I've glued too much. Right, okay, so move that back and pull it up. I want to just catch the edge of that pink lace, so before I press it down, I'm going to just move it like that. Yeah, and then pull it to where I want it. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, I'm not too worried about what goes on here too much because I'm going to put on a couple of those die cuts. So yeah, I'm happy so far. So good. Okay, now you could layer these things, do it all separately, stitch and everything, and then stick the base on to this. That's also an option, of course. Right, we've got this bit now and this bit, and I think I want this on top of this slightly. So what I'm going to do is I want to just see where it needs to go, and yeah, I'm going to move that a little bit over like that, and I get that like that. Yeah, let's do that. Right, neaten up these little edges here. So I'm going to just keep those for little snippets and things. So we've got that one there, and then use the snippy shears, and they're really handy, these. Right, so I'm going to get that on there like that, and again half and half. So oops, just trying to see where the top edge is. Okay, so not too much on the glue now, because you don't want to glue the pocket down underneath. You can always go back and stick what you haven't stuck down too well. Right, so we've got that there. Okay, so we've got that bit on there now. And now we can go and stick that completely down. So let's get all our glue on here. And I want to just give that a trim there. And I'm going to go a little bit over. Okay, let's bring this a little closer then, and I'm going to use my Barely Arts glue, and I just want to stick on 3 flowers. So I've got a green one here, I've got a pink one. I'm going to make the green shorter, the pink a bit longer, and then I've got a blue one that's going to go over there. That one a bit longer, that one a bit shorter. Alright, so I'm going to stick those on quickly. Alright, so I've stuck those 3 on there. Oh, I love pulling off the glue off my fingers. We'll leave that for later. Hopefully I don't pull it into everything else that I'm trying to do. Right, so then we've got our little Tweety bird. I just want to give him a little bit of a distress on the edges. I do love these birds. I did have ideals in my head of doing a little bit of slow stitching around here, but I just didn't get to that, but it would look really lovely to do that. Right, we're going to put on the little bird over here. Yeah, I had a bit of a shock last night, quite late last night, well after 10. I was sitting down with Paige. We were having our dinner. Well, it was late, but I was just trying to get my stuff done for the day. And the next thing, I heard this loud bang that sounded like an explosion in my house. And I had no idea what it was. And then I just saw shards of glass and everything. I thought it was a light bulb that had exploded or something, but suddenly reality check, I don't have any bulbs that can explode anywhere. I've got them, are those little LEDs, and so you don't have that. And I thought it was a plug, and then I saw glass everywhere, loads of glass, right up to where I was sitting, which was 8 meters away. And what had happened was a youngster, a boy of about 16, don't know who it is, on a bicycle, threw a brick through my double glazed kitchen window, and went straight through and landed a meter from me on my handbag. Can you believe that? I was, to say shocked was an understatement. I was not expecting that, and there's no reason why that should, I mean, why me? We nearly jumped out of our skins, as you can imagine. Oh, I wanted to put that in, and I've got space, but I'm just thinking, let me grab my eyelet setter quickly. Okay, so I've got my little eyelet setter here, and I'm going to just grab the nearest eyelets, which really should have been blue, but I'm going to use the pink. So we'll just grab one of those and put that on here like this. I think this, you don't have to do this, guys, but I just quite fancy it. Sometimes I like to sew buttons on these as well. Yeah, so that was a bit of a shock. After I still don't think it's dawned on me what happened, and it was late, so it, you know, luckily I've got a security camera, so it did record all the details of the person, so I'm sure that the powers that be will sort that out. But yeah, what a mess to clean up. Paige hoovered first, and then I've hoovered, and we've hoovered 3 times, so vacuumed, if you're not sure what hoover is. And there's still glass everywhere, and of course I worry for my dog, because Abby can't get those splinters in her little paws, you know. So yeah, quite an unsettling experience indeed. So let's just cut that off there. Yeah, I didn't sleep very well last night. In fact, I think if I've had 3 hours sleep, it was a lot. But I have had the guy over today, who from the glass people, because it's double glazing. They've got to order it. It takes a week. So I've got to sleep with a kitchen window that's, well, they have put a security measure in place, so I'm grateful for that. But so that's all fine. But yeah, last night I just couldn't settle after all of that, as you can imagine. I mean, that is just, this is the UK. You don't expect that. But there are lots of vandalism going on at the moment with the rioting, and they say that Worcester has riots again today. So, gosh, I hope not. Anyway, I'm fine. Everybody's fine. We have to wait a week for the window to be made, because it's not just one pane of glass. Obviously, it's a whole procedure to have a double glazed window made, to measure, etc. Yeah, so we'll have to just wait and see how that gets on. But he said a week, so end of next week. So yeah, been phoning around and wasting a lot of time where I could have been doing other things, so I do apologize if I haven't answered you or whatever. I've tried my best to answer everybody, so I think I'm up to date. Right. Oh, it looks cute. I like it. All right, just put that there just to stick that down a bit. Now, I am mindful that I will have to put a eyelet here for my closure. And then I've got these little flowers which are stuck together. So you've got the large petal. Oh, I'm going to show you how I've packed my flowers. So here, this is how I've packed my flowers, which I sell in separate colours. I mean, I did do the boxes, but those are gone now. How nice is that? This was from Amazon, this box. I'll put it on my Amazon favorites. And each section here is, I think, 2 inches by 2 inches, and you get all the colours in there perfectly. So that's great. And then the mini ones I've put into this one. Yeah, so that's cute, isn't it? So really easy to use now when I'm busy with something like this. So just an idea. Right, so I've taken a two-tone turquoise one, or blue, yeah, turquoise, and then the pale pink. Put the small pink on with a button from the kit, and then I've got the cerise pink with the pale pink center, and these little daisies come with the ultimate bundle as a little thank you extra. So I thought I'd put one of those there, one of those there, and sort of have it curled a little bit. Yeah, quite like that. So let's get that done. I really like how it's turned out. It's quite simple really, but I'm pretty happy with it. So let's just move this one a little bit down, and I'm going to just keep the petal in place there with my finger. Fabric tack, don't you? Or the Beacon 3-in-1, they're really the same, but to me they are. Right, and then I'm going to put that one over there. Got to have that because there's loads of flowers in the countryside, and that's really perfect. Okie dokie, what else have I not done? I think that's just about everything. We just got to put our tag in. So yeah, with a nice bow. And I'm going to put it into this one here, just like that, and I think that just finishes it off. Lots of girly stuff going on there, isn't there? Right guys, press the flowers down. I might need to stand here for sit here for 5 minutes just holding these with their fingers. Oh my goodness, I like that they've got a bit of a 3D thing going on there. All right, so there's our cover. So you can make a start on that this weekend if you like. And if you're able to slow stitch there, I think it'll look pretty. Just the running stitch, you know, the one they teach you when you're like about 7 at school. We used to do it on gingham fabric so that we knew which square to go up and which one to come down and make straight rows. I remembered making a tray cloth, but I was 7. That was my first introduction to well, stitching anything. Well, no, I did have a hand operated Singer machine when I was 6. My granddad bought it. My mother was not impressed, but I loved it. Anyway, there we go. So that's the project for today. I should be back on Sunday with a little video for you, and then on Tuesday, I've set it now as Tuesday. It will be the new kit. Just give me an extra day or so just to finish off what I should have done yesterday and got distracted. Take good care of yourselves now, guys. I hope the weather's treating you well. I think we're in for good weather. I might have to do a last bit of summer laundry or something out in the open. I love freshly dried, air-dried laundry. It's just one of my faves. I will see you on Sunday. Stay well. Bye-bye.